Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network, and we are here. Last call, training camp best ball on draft. We are live. This is the Fanspeak YouTube channel. The website is fanspeak.com, and we've been ripping these best ball drafts all spring, winter, who knows, since they came out. And we're going to continue today. Tyler, here's some good things going on this week. Not a lot of news, but you know what we can discuss instead of the lack of news? We can discuss some draft props while we're drafting. So we're going to let's talk about that for a couple minutes. We'll let some people roll in here. I know I was a couple minutes late, so might have thrown some people off. But talk to me. Some moves happened just before we came on. Aston Genty's now favored to go to the Jaguars.
That makes 0 sense to me.
But it's the Jaguars, so it's possible, right? Because the Jaguars don't ever do anything smart.
Yeah, but they already have 2 running backs.
I know, it's crazy, huh?
It doesn't. I think it's literally just. I would bet Mason Graham at 2-1. I'd say that.
You like Mason Graham to go there? You think?
Yeah.
You think it's a smoke screen? All right.
They're just. I feel like they're trying to pressure you guys into being trade up one spot to come get your guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a massive upgrade, but they have way too many holes to be worried about the running back spot right now.
Steve thinks they're hoping for a trade up as well. Yeah, I mean, obviously Genty's going to be. So this is interesting, Tyler. I mean, obviously he's ranked what, 5th on the draft that we're about to do right now. Do you think he's an upgrade on 25 teams?
No.
Or 27 or whatever that would be?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think that's just the thing. If you're picking at number 5, you got a lot more worries than running back, right? Is Saquon Barkley had a losing record with the Giants and then is the reason, not the sole reason.
It's almost like the running back spot, regardless of talent, you could be Walter Payton 2.0. If your offensive line is terrible, you're not going to be good.
And if your team sucks and your defense is giving up a bunch of points and then, we're in passing downs the whole time as well. Spunky Spectrum hanging out with us again. Good to see you, buddy. Said, as a Jags fan, I'm not buying Genty. I know you would love Genty in Vegas. Me personally, no, I would not. I mean, I would if we can get him in the second round. But like I just said with the Jags, when you're picking 6th overall, you got a lot more worries than running back.
The only team that should draft him that early in the draft, from 1 to 10, should be the Bears. Yes.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Dallas.
I don't think that. I mean, he's not getting past Chicago. That's the only thing.
You don't think so?
No. If he makes it to pick 10, he's 100% going to be pick 10.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree with you here, Steve. He says, I think the Raiders take a running back in the second. I do too. And I'll be happy with whoever we get, Trevion Henderson, Omarion Hampton, Judkins, all those guys are pretty exciting to me. All right, so we talked about those props. You want to give it 2 more minutes and then we'll start the draft, Tyler?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, another thing we could look at, they have the prop team to draft Shedeur Sanders, and this has been all over the place from the Saints being favored to the Giants being favored. Now the Steelers are favored.
That's crazy. I would still pick the Raiders at the odds. What do you have for the Raiders right there?
14-1.
Yeah, that's a great price. The Brady connection? Yeah, I don't see how you don't.
Rams are 13-1 ahead of the Raiders.
I love Sanders under 8.5 at plus 447 too.
Here, they have some other fun ones up here. They have team to draft, Jackson Dart. Giants are 195, Saints are 270, Browns are 470, Steelers are 6-1. I feel like he can kind of just go anywhere, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if I jump in on that.
And then they have a Milrow one also. Team to draft Milrow. Browns 250, Giants 360, Steelers 410, Saints 490, Rams and Jets 650.
Dude, I might have to take a couple stabs at these. Ashton Genty over 6.5 plus 310. Shedeur Sanders under 8.5 plus 4. What did I say?
Team to draft Omarion Hampton, Denver minus 115.
Seems about right, huh?
Yeah, and then team to draft Cam.
What is Denver drafting? Because he's at over 19.5 is minus 380.
He's drafted. They draft 20th. Team to draft Scatabo, Washington 9-1, Dallas 9. Actually, all these teams are 9-1. Washington, Dallas, Raiders, Chicago, Cardinals, and Denver are all 9-1 to draft Scatabo.
Yeah. All right. Steve doesn't think the Raiders will take him in the first round.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you guys are underestimating that Brady Sanders connection. So, and I don't think that Geno contract matters that much at all.
You guys you guys will draft defense before you draft the quarterback at 6, I think.
Yeah, but now with all this new news, I don't think Mason Graham makes it to us.
I don't think Mason Graham was ever the plan. You guys need secondary.
I think we're getting who's the
Didn't you guys just sign a bunch? Didn't you spend a shit ton of money on a defensive tackle that got hurt last year too?
Yeah, Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, so why would you draft Mason Graham? Makes no sense. You're drafting a D-back. It's going to be Will Johnson.
Because the Eagles showed that you can never have too many defensive linemen.
And they won the Super Bowl after they drafted 2 corners in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, after they were just stacked at defensive line. You know who I think we're going to take? I don't see his name on here right now. Not Campbell. Who's the second alignment?
Membu.
Yeah, that's what I think we're going to take.
He's plus 290 to go number 6.
I like Membu and Sanders.
Sanders is 22 to 1 to go 6th overall.
I love that. All right. Let's jump in the draft, Tyler. That's enough time for everyone to jump in.
Yep.
And then we'll continue talking about some of these problems.
I believe, too, if you get on the DraftKings app, if you opt in, when you play one of these lineups right now, you get a free ticket back in. So you'll get 2 lineups for the price of 1, I believe. But we're going to enter this one. Countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. How many are we waiting on?
6, half the lobby.
Okay, cool. Let's keep talking about props. And dude, I'm so glad we had these props up because last couple of weeks with the news, there wasn't a lot, right? NFL draft. I'm going to Bet Online's got way more. What do we got?
Travion Henderson's plus 105 to be a first round pick.
Makes sense to me. I think he's really good. Travis Hunter, right?
Pick 6 this time.
Travis Hunter right now is minus 1,500 to go number 2 overall.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that's locked, but it's the Browns.
Yeah.
So looking at our draft board, it looks like our guys in at the 4 spot.
Oh, did we already in? Where are we at?
Yeah, I said the 6 spot.
Oh, I thought we had 6 people to wait on.
Yeah, and then it filled, and I told you we were drafting 6th.
That was quick. All right, great. Let's do it. Abdul Carter, minus 1,000 to go number 3. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's just I don't know if the Giants are the team making the pick.
If they're not, you got to think someone's trading up for Sanders, right? No one's trading up for Abdul Carter, right?
People will trade up for Abdul Carter. You're getting probably the best edge rusher in the draft, maybe the best player in the draft.
Okay, good point.
There's rumors out there that Philly's going to, if he gets to 4, that Philly's got a trade in place that's going to send A.J. Brown to New England, and they're going to draft Abdul Carter. So,
A.J. Brown and Stephon Diggs together?
Yeah, just nuke that wide receiver room for Drake May.
Bro, but that's what happens when you have Rabel. He's bigger than both those guys. Steve thinks he could see Carolina trading up for Carter. Interesting.
I can see that.
Will Campbell right now minus 1,000 to go number 4 to New England. Do you agree with that, Tyler?
I mean, they need offensive line. They spent all their money on defense in the offseason, so makes sense.
Yeah. Aston Genty at plus 120. Mason Graham plus 160 to go number 5.
Just give me Mason Graham.
Yeah, I agree. All right. How close are we on this? Do we have time for some more of these silly ones?
Draft has started, but the guy in first is still picking, so we still have
a
couple more picks in front of us.
So Steve might do better at these than me. Total ACC players is over 3.5 is 350. Total Big 10 players over 9.5 is plus 120. Total Big 12 players over 3.5 is plus 500. Total SEC players over 14.5 is minus 200. Wow. All right. Let's dive into this draft right now. Tyler, we are sitting at 6, huh?
Yep.
What are we thinking here? We hoping a running back drops?
I mean, if one drops, it'd be Gibbs. So we shall see if he drops. I mean, Barkley's still on the board at 3 is wild to me.
Spunky's got to take Bijan, right?
Yeah, he took Bijan.
All right. If Gibbs isn't there, we're taking him. Otherwise, who do you want?
I'd be down for a CD stack. We haven't done one of those.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, Steve's right behind us.
Our guy Steve, guessing St. Brown.
All right, yeah, let's hit up that draft board for the screen, and while you're doing that for our audio, I will.
Oh, he took Genty at 7.
Wow. Oh,
I think that's bold, but our guy Steve has won these before, so
yeah, good for him, and he's an excellent scout too. First defensive back now. How is Will Johnson only minus 150 to be the first defensive back drafted? Travis Hunter doesn't count. Are you surprised by that?
No, because that other corner is very high on boards.
Yeah,
he's very high on boards, and plus, I mean, corners comes down to who they favor more. Certain teams might have the other guy higher on the board, to where if Will Johnson doesn't go 7th overall, just say, for instance, that the next team up to draft a corner might like the other one better.
Mm-hmm.
Drake London to finish out the round 1.
What do you think of Egbuka over 29.5?
I don't think he's going in the first round.
Yeah, I can get plus 175 on that. All right, let's get back and let's decide who we're picking next.
Definitely don't want CMC, seeing as though he's already getting underdog reports that his Achilles and everything's okay.
I've been saying this whole time. You know, I want A-Chain, right?
I know,
but we can do a wide receiver and then just do all rookie running backs if you want.
Let's do the NFC East. Let's get AJ Brown.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's see what other props do we have. Oh, this is interesting. Pretty close. First safety drafted, Malachi Starks, minus 120. Nick Emanwari, minus 105.
I think Starks is the better player, but
pretty good price there, minus 120, huh?
Yeah, but that's just one of the ones. Like, there aren't going to be top 5 to 6 picks in the draft. So once they start to get down the board farther, it's like, all right, well, which one's favored higher by the team picking now? So it's just kind of the game you're playing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, to get a minus 120 on who we consider to be the best safety feels pretty good.
No, I agree, but he's the best safety in a lot of people's mind. Yeah. Not everyone's mind.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm not saying you should put anything more than you're comfortable losing, right?
Yeah, it's not a lock that he's the first one off.
Like Cam Ward's pretty much a lock to go number 1, right? I mean,
he's a lock to be the first quarterback off the board.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Matthew Golden, draft position over 17.5 at plus 130. What do you think of that one?
I'd have to sit there and look back through the mock and see where everyone's spotted at.
What would you think if the Steelers grabbed Golden at pick 21?
That would be the dumbest thing they could do. We have
Why?
3 wide receivers. We have DK. We have Pickens. We supposedly we have Roman Wilson. You're going to spend round 1 capital on another wide receiver?
All right, fair enough. Good answer. Mambu's minus 300 to be the second offensive lineman drafted. All right, Tyler, get us back to our screen. Let's figure out our next
really
pick.
Stupid.
Wait, what? That's Tyler dumping out, not me, right?
Red freeze up, or did I have him to come back?
I think it was you.
Was it me?
Yeah, my Starlink's looking good, bro. All right, we'll go back. All right, let's do our draft pick first, and then let me bitch
Kyron
about
Williams,
and then we'll get back to good. No,
we need a running back.
No, we don't. Garrett Wilson.
No, he is Justin Fields starting the goddamn ball.
All right, Kyron Williams.
You always try to put me in these terrible spots with these terrible quarterbacks.
All right, Tyler, you know how I got Starlink Roam that costs like $400 for the equipment and $160 a month? Today, I just got news that like I can order the normal equipment and be on the normal plan, but I'd have to buy more equipment. What do you think I should do? I should just do it though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to get internet?
Just keep the one I have and pay the extra money?
Yeah, I mean, do what you got to do there.
It's basically $200 worth of equipment to save $40 a month. So I should just do it because it'll pay off in 5 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to do that, but that was annoying. All right, Tyler. Second quarterback drafted. I mean, is there any shot that it's Jackson Dart?
It could be.
Plus 195. I would need more.
This isn't the draft that I would sit there and play with those props at all, really, because this draft is just so all over the place.
I still can't believe people are so down on Sanders. Like, the guy sits in the pocket. He played well with no offensive line. He's got a good arm. He makes all the throws. He's accurate. Like, why is everyone so down on Sanders? I don't get it at all. I so want him to get drafted to the Raiders. Please, 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 please.
So we're up.
I mean, if the Falcons can do it, why can't we do it? I guess that wasn't the best argument.
Up in 4. There goes Jalen Hurts. That stinks.
Who are we looking at?
Was hoping to get Jalen Hurts, but he is now gone. So it really doesn't matter to me where we go with this.
What do you think of Xavier Worthy here? Jag Worthy or Mike Evans more?
Mike Evans.
You want to take Mike Evans if he's on the board?
I'd be down. If Jaden Daniels is still there, that's who I want. Let's see what Steve takes. He took Daniels.
All right, fair enough. Mike Evans it is then, huh?
Yeah, go all reliable Mike Evans.
All right. I'm going to check in on the chat, and then we'll play around with some more of these draft props.
I'm going to queue up Baker so we can get one quarterback lined up.
Drake London going before Nico surprised me.
Drake London going in the first round was actually surprising.
I don't know, dude. If you look at his target share with Penix, it was ridiculous.
With the way these drafts have went,
target
though,
share and like 40% yards.
No, I mean, with the way these drafts have went, though, he hasn't went until late second. Somebody finally realized that target share is there.
Yeah. Mike Robb says, for a company with half its streamers are Commanders fans, y'all do pick a lot of Eagles and Cowboys. Mike, I'm a Raiders fan, and Tyler's a Steelers fan. A spoiled Steelers fan, I might add. Steve was not going to let Daniels slip anymore. Okay.
Makes sense.
I'm going to ask you some more draft props. Okay, so I already know you said, like, we're doing this for discussion, okay, Tyler? So just everyone knows we're we'll tell you if we actually like the pick, right? We'll put it on the website, fanspeak.com. But we're just talking stuff, making some conversation to get a lot of NFL news. Second wide receiver drafted, Matthew Golden is minus 160. Do you think there's any chance that Egbuka or Luther Burden sneaks in there? You're muted.
These questions are literally going to come down to the same answer every time. It comes down to where they are on every team's board.
Okay. Just humor me, okay, buddy?
I could try, but it's the breakdown's always going to lead back to that.
Bro, Kelvin Banks over 13.5. Oh, under 13.5 is minus 500. I think that guy's going to be good. What do you think, Steve? I mean, Kelvin Banks is a solid tackle prospect, right?
I think it's just the fact that there's not many tackles that are going to go off the board as early in the draft. If Membu slips, then Membu's going to stay in front of him. You know what I mean?
What do you think of, I already know your default answer, but if you just had to make, well, let's do our pick first. All right.
No words spoken.
I want either. Okay, yeah. All right.
You know how this goes through this range spread.
Yeah. What do you think about this one? For those just listening and not watching, we drafted Najee Harris.
How about Travis Hunter going that early? Steve took him at pick 55. Steve loading up on all the top talented rookies.
Where was Travis Hunter set? Oh, so he must just know that Cleveland's going to use him as a wide receiver. Steve, hype on the Hunter to Cousins connection or Cousins to Hunter connection.
Can I pull up his ADP after he's been drafted?
No. Oh, yeah.
71.5.
All right.
And Steve took him at 55, so a little bit of a reach, but just like I said, our guy Steve won this before, so.
Right now, Tyler Warren's minus 275 to go pick 10 or later.
I mean, if the Saints don't take him inside 10, he's not going inside 10.
Bro, isn't this crazy? Usually total running backs in first round is 0.5. This year it's over 2.5.
What's the under on that?
Under minus 300.
Nah.
I don't know, worth it. I mean,
so we're up in 3. Hopefully T-Mac makes it to us. I'd gladly take him.
Dude, can I parlay this? I'm going to try and parlay Sanders under 8.5. And who's the other one I like? Oh, Genty over 5.5. Where's that? Are they going to let me pay that out? How close are we?
We're up in 1. Taking Baker with the next pick. We're getting our quarterback to pair him with Mike Evans. Steve's going to take some Judkins. It's my guess. Nope, Juwan Jennings.
It won't let me parlay those.
Let's pull back up his big board. So Steve's team to start: Genty, McCaffrey, Devontae, Jaden Daniels, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings. I like the way he's building that team out to start. He's got the San Fran stack going. And let's check out our guy Spunky's team: Bijan, Josh Allen, Scary Terry, Devontae Smith, Rome, and he took Judkins. So solid team also.
Yeah. Is there anyone doing crazy stuff? Pull the draft board back up, please. Well, it's pretty standard.
Everything's pretty standard.
I mean, 6 wide receivers isn't standard, but it's not like stupid. I'd say the dumbest team so far is taking Burrow and Mahomes.
He auto-picked this range because that Mahomes pick was auto-picked. But still, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. Even though I wouldn't do it, I kind of like Rye Dog's little team.
That's because it's got your boy on there.
And I like getting Brees and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
I think one of them could end up like in the top 5. And the guy auto picking now, 4 and 3.
And click back over.
Wait, you drafted Baker when I wasn't paying attention?
I told you we were drafting our quarterback. You were too busy in draft props.
Because we have Mike Evans. Never mind. It makes perfect sense.
You found the draft props and you just skewed away from the whole show. We're on the board right now, though. So
it'd probably make our team better, Tyler.
We're on the board. All right. I guess I'm doing this one myself again.
Pearsall?
Yeah, well,
I'll take
either need him or a running back. So
Pearsall. Now it's rookie time.
Yeah, you were too busy trying to parlay draft positions. I'm like, hey, are we drafting a quarterback here? You're like, I can't parlay them.
Yeah, sometimes I listen back to the shows. I might have to listen back to this one. That's pretty funny.
This entire round looks like it's going to be wide receivers except for Kyler. Oh, nope, Tracy goes right there.
What do you think of him this year?
I just don't like Giants players.
I think
I just don't think they're good. Like, they're not a good team.
I just think he's like accurately priced. I don't think you're getting a deal.
The only one I would want is Neighbors.
But if you're like that guy and you don't have one running back yet, I don't mind drafting him where you did.
Yeah,
Would you rather have Tracy or Aaron Jones? I think I'd rather have Tracy.
I'd probably rather have Aaron Jones because I think he can somehow. I could see touchdown variants where he gets double-digit touchdowns and doesn't crack 800 yards because all he's doing is eating the goal line off of the wide receivers, catching the ball downfield.
All right, head back to the thing so we can choose which rookie running back we're drafting. Oh, Igbuka's on the board, though.
We don't need another wide receiver.
Tyler Warren.
Caleb Johnson.
Tyler Warren.
We're getting some Colston Loveland stocks here. I'm tired of Tyler Warren. He's not even that good of a tight end. He's not even that much better than Colston Loveland.
He's better than Mike Andrews.
He's not what you think he is. Let's just say that.
Can we grab Igbuka then?
We need a running back. We're taking Caleb Johnson.
No, we don't need a running back. We don't need anything. We have Najee and Kyron. 2 bell cows. We run LA.
Cool. Tyler Warren's gone.
Igbuka.
We're drafting all these wide receiver threes that are going to be playing behind 2 stars just because they're a rookie.
We'll see. Where would be the best landing spot for Igbuka? New England?
For our sake, wherever he can be a wide receiver 1 at.
I think he'd be good in New England. Who else needs wide receivers? Vegas, round 2. I would take that. Denver would be a good spot for him.
I would so much rather have drafted Caleb Johnson and grab Luther Burden afterwards.
You're right. I like Burden a lot.
I hate falling in love with names.
I'm pretty big on Burden, bro. All right, let's see what the chat says.
No one's talking to us in the chat.
Most important draft question: what are you eating while watching the first round? Do people watch the draft?
I just listen to it.
Bro, I just scroll Twitter. Watch the draft?
I'm at work on that night, so I just turn it on a speaker and just listen to it.
No, I'll have NBA on it. I'll just scroll Twitter while I'm on it. Did they do that thing so the picks aren't spoiled anymore, though?
I think so. Well, Woj was the one spoiling all the picks, and he doesn't do it anymore. In NFL...
But that's NBA, but NFL is Schefter.
Yeah. Okay, kind of.
Bro, I thought I killed all these wasps. All right, who do you want?
Probably Brian Robinson. Just judging by the running back situations.
Scatterboo.
Unbelievable.
I'm definitely listening back to this draft, dude. I'm gonna laugh so much. I know.
I can't wait.
What
I
I'm
can't wait to
listening on
write
the way
off
to
all
work
those teams
tomorrow.
on my taxes because we drafted all the rookies that aren't going to play.
All right.
Once we
Let's
get to
see.
the best ball mania drafts, I'm really putting my foot down.
Bro, what are you gonna do when we win
Tyler
hella
Ward
money?
shares going way down in the best ball mania drafts.
What do you? I don't understand why you don't want the best pick on all of football.
Spready's not even the best tight end coming out this year.
You like Loveland more.
Loveland's better. Loveland separates better. Loveland had a higher target share in a run-heavy offense and more yards. What are we even talking about right now? You just fell in love with a name because they told you he's the best tight end prospect.
And his name's Tyler. I like guys named Tyler. All right, give me the draft board real quick. Let's see what auto pick dude is doing. Is he picking best available or is he just picking?
We're coming around.
All right, yeah, might as well switch it back. Let's see who's Steve. Steve took Justin Fields. Steve believes in Garrett Wilson and Joe Hendry.
Steve took him for his rushing upside. And that's his second quarterback.
I know. Hey, well, I'll tell you after our pick. Thank you. I agree with Steve here. Nice Scatterbo pick. Thank you, Steve, for understanding the genius. Are we taking Evan Ingram? Or you want to take Loveland?
We're taking Loveland.
All right. It's a rookie. You're never going to get me to talk bad about a rookie. All right, hold on. I want to check this real quick. Do you guys know if Underdog will have any best ball promos? Steve says Underdog typically doesn't do too much in way of promos. They have had a rake back in the past. Yeah, I did hit the rake back last year. That was kind of nice. It kind of like pushes you to do drafts towards the end of the summer when you're burned out. Green Bean says Warren and Burden feel like the easiest bus candidates. Why did I put this comment on the screen? I should have read it first.
I was waiting to see if you skipped over that one or not because I was going to go back for it.
That was not a good comment. Downvote that one. All right. Steve says Fields is a Spike Week guy. All right. Let's go back here. My two guys that I absolutely love, and he says that they're bust candidates, Tyler. Unbelievable.
I'm not sure they're bust candidates as much as like they're not going to be as good. Like Warren is going to be nowhere near what Brock Bowers was last year. Like nowhere.
Who could be? I mean, his name's Brock.
Yeah, and we're trying to draft him like he's going to keep that, like put that production up. Like the dude's not going to step into an offense. If
you're small, I don't think you're allowed to name your kid Brock.
Yeah, but
like
what I'm
if I
trying
walk
to say
in
is the guy isn't going to step into an offense and be the de facto number one option out of every position on the offense like Brock Bowers was.
I mean, at the time, Brock Bowers was competing with Devontae Adams. Anything can happen in life.
Devontae Adams was out the door before the season even started, and everyone knew that.
And that Netflix show, unbelievable. No wonder my buddy was so pissed.
All right, we're on the board.
No. Hey, Green Bean, I'm just having fun with you. I appreciate you being here, and we're talking about your team in the 12th spot.
We're on the board.
All right, what are we doing now?
Probably got to go running back since we're short on that position. We only have 3 of them.
All right, what's the best rookie running back available?
I don't think there is any rookies.
What are we doing then?
I'd take Rashad White.
We're not going that far down.
It'd either be White or
take,
Bigsby. It's got to be Bigsby. We got 1 second left.
Yeah. All right, hey, let's go back there and we can see Green Bean's team at 12 to the draft board. Okay, so we talked about it earlier. He took Drake, Ladd. So he definitely went in on his player takes, right? His lad usually goes around 17. Okay, that's fair though. Because we've talked about it before, when you got to reach to get your guys at those turns. He took Travion Henderson, so I already love his team.
Oh, I should have drafted Rashad White. Steve took him with the next
Herbert.
This draft went from being good to bad.
I know. Once we pass on Tyler Warren, it's tough. He's got Herbert. Let's see who he goes here. He took JJ to go with TJ and Penix. 3 quarterbacks already, huh? All right. I usually like my third QB to be a flyer, but I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you don't pick like 5 QBs.
Well, I mean, he's pairing him with his wide receiver 1, so.
Yeah, I know. And also with the uncertainty around McCarthy, I don't hate that. I mean, what's your opportunity cost, right? I mean, he's hoping. He's got a nice little Minnesota stack there, actually. You got Jones too the
only thing he's missing is he's missing the 2 wide receivers, Addison and
Yeah, but I'm just saying if you're going to pair, Aaron Jones is one of the best running backs in the game to pair with a pass quarterback. All right, let's go back. Who are we taking?
Doesn't matter to me.
Do you want QB2 or do you want Jaden Higgins?
Let's take Jaden Higgins.
Or we could have taken Tootin.
I'm not touching Tootin.
Fair enough.
We're already tooting this team down the wrong road.
Bro, this team is good. Go back to the draft board so I can talk about how good it is. All right, let's look at our team that Tyler doesn't think is good. CD and AJ. 2 of the best wide receivers in the league. Great start. Kyron Williams, bell cow, potential to be RB1 in round 3. Killing it. Mike Evans and Najee Harris, 2 established veterans.
Let's not forget, though, I had to talk you into Kyron Williams. You wanted Garrett Wilson.
Okay, we're just talking about the team right now, Tyler. Doesn't matter who picked who. Baker, I think that was a great choice. I mean, that's definitely who I would have taken. Ricky Purcell, we'll see, but San Francisco obviously a lot of upside. Egbuka, now that is a great pick. Ohio State wide receivers rule. Scatterboo, another great pick. Pass catching ability. I mean, this is just fantastic. Colston Loveland, there's a guy that I know that thinks he's better than Tyler Warren, and we got him in this round. Beautiful. Tank Bigsby, I'll admit that kind of sucked. But other than that, we've been killing it. I can't believe you don't like this team. Can't believe you don't like this team, Tyler.
I just feel like we left a couple guys on the board who should be on our team.
Mike Robbs says, my team's going to have no healthy players by week 10. We got to check out his team after we make our next pick. What do you feel like, Tyler?
I feel like there should be a couple people on our team that were scooped up like 2 to 3 picks right after us.
That's what happens with Steve's in your draft.
Just
Give me Dylan Sampson. Give me Dylan Sampson.
Ray Davis.
Dylan Sampson.
I'm overruling you on this one because Ray Davis actually sees the field. I'm not picking some running back that's going to get picked in the 4th round and not play.
You ever heard of O.J. Simpson?
You ever heard of It's 2025?
This room agrees with you on Tootin, right? He's the top available player. Mike Robb, what spot are you in?
Yeah, let's get back over there and check his team out.
I went full screen again. When he answers, can you say? Let me see. I'm trying to think. We should have drafted him from before.
Didn't he say he was in? I think he's talking about our team, not his team.
Why would our team get hurt? Our team is awesome. Did he pick a 1? Who did he pick?
He didn't pick. He's talking about our teams, Brad.
My team? Why does he think my team's going to be unhealthy?
He's saying we're getting bit by the injury bug.
Why? Why would he think that? No, dude, we picked a bunch of them. Not only are guys studs, they're durable. Mike Rob, I disagree with you, buddy. Disagree, man. This team's awesome. I mean, we should have got Dylan Sampson instead of Ray Davis, but we'll still be really good. Do you notice Steve took Dylan Sampson? Did you notice that?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Nose ball. All right, get us back here so we can argue about.
I wonder who Steve would have picked if we would have took Dylan Sampson. Probably would have picked Ray Davis.
Answer the question, Steve. All right. Go back to players. We gotta start arguing now.
Otten.
We still don't have a QB2, do we?
Let's go Otten. It's either Otten or Bryce.
Let's go Bryce. Because the fall off is gonna be ridiculous. I have no correlation though.
Yeah, we'll get some.
Steve, who would you have taken if we took Dylan Sampson? Like smart people, who would you have taken, Steve? I want to know. All right.
Steve also had Rashad White, so he has that helping him out.
How is that helping him?
Because Rashad White is the pass catching back that's also going to be a higher scorer than Bigsby, who's our third running back. You see what I'm saying? We have no like.
Fine. I'll admit that might not have been our best pick. I'll admit that was probably not our best pick.
I mean, the Bigsby pick we just got rushed on because we lost track of time.
I mean, that happens when draft pops drop. I can't believe Mike Rob thinks our team's going to be hurt.
I mean, a lot of these guys are pretty durable too. Like, I mean, AJ Brown's had his small injuries. He's never been like knocked out for a whole season. Same thing with Kyron.
Yeah, CD Lamb's been fine.
Mike Evans always has hammy problems.
That's fine. I get 12 weeks
bounce
out
back
of him.
over.
Najee never gets hurt.
Yeah, Najee's like. All right, what are we thinking here?
Fast enough to get hurt.
Do we want a little
Braylon
correlation?
I want Braylon Allen. Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Be our last receiver, get a slight correlation.
Braylon Allen or Jalen Wright would have been good picks there, though. Watch Steve will take one of them. Which one will Steve take?
Let's pull up draft board and see which one he does take. He took Noel.
Interesting.
Steve said, "What was the question, Steve? If we drafted Dylan
Sampson in round 13,
who would you have drafted in that spot?"
Yeah, so it was round 13. We took Dylan Sampson like smart people. What would you have done?
I can't wait till James Cook gets hurt and Ray Davis is just chugging along in the Buffalo backfield.
I hope you're right at this point. Tax write-offs my ass. Bro, we're sitting here picking Tyler Warren every week, and you think we're going to be writing this stuff off?
And we're trying to beat them with zeros coming out of the tight end spot. That's how you really win.
Bro, Tyler Warren's going to be so good. Unbelievable. I've never heard of such Tyler on Tyler crime.
He went to Penn State. You can't trust that. Do you think you could trust the guy that went to Penn State?
Dude, I read an article about a scandal that happened at Penn State like 20 years before the Sandusky stuff.
Oh. I thought you were going that route. I was going to be like, are you serious?
Oh, but it's 20 years before. Yeah, I heard about Sandusky. This guy was just insane. But they said he was so crazy on the field that they were trying to like keep him out there. But yeah, he was in that. All right, let's see. He says I'm pretty high on Sampson, late second or early third round in my book. Yeah, I'm pretty high on him too. It's my guy TH412_.
Oh,
he does not agree with us, Steve. All right,
I think he's very boomer bust. I'll say that. Like he's gonna have.
How about Shador?
You want Shador?
I thought I was trying to get a rise out of you. I think maybe we should take Wandale or Eckler.
Well, we have 7 receivers already, so it'd be Eckler or Shador as our third quarterback, in my opinion.
What do you think would be better? We don't have a second tight end either.
Or we go Higbee as our tight end.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Higbee?
Sure.
I can't draft Freiermuth out of pure principle.
Yeah, I can't either. The principle is that he sucks.
The principle is that he sucks. He shouldn't even be on our team. Creed Humphrey should have been that second-round pick. And he went to
Bro, do you know how many years I bought in on Freiermuth and how many years it disappointed me?
Guess what, Spread? It just dawned on me. The light bulb popped up above my head. He was the last. He was the last great tight end prospect to come out of Penn State.
Oh man, that doesn't help my argument.
I'm about to start building the Penn State tight ends can't play at the next level argument like I used to do the Ohio State quarterbacks. CJ Stroud kind of took.
Oh, what do you think? Is Will Howard? Will Howard late round draft pick to the Raiders?
Not happening. CJ Stroud might have beat me, but these other guys aren't beating me.
You don't think Will Howard goes in like round 4 to Las Vegas?
I mean, he can. He's gonna suck.
I think Chip Kelly's gonna pick him.
I would rather have Quinn Ewers over Will Howard.
No way.
Yes.
All right, chat. Answer. Who would you rather have?
Listen, Spread. Both guys. One guy's
a national champ.
No, both guys got to throw to NFL talent and have NFL running backs in the backfield, but one guy was running an NFL style offense.
It's the same offense. Chip Kelly, it's the same OC.
No, it's not.
What's up?
It's not the same OC.
Yes, it is. Chip Kelly was Ohio State's offensive coordinator last year. He's our offensive coordinator now.
No, but what I'm saying is,
we're going to draft him.
Oh, I was saying between Ewers and Will Howard. All right, we're on the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Will Howard played for Chip Kelly last year.
We're taking Shador.
All right, let's do it. All right. We should just draft Will Howard.
Chip Kelly wasn't at Texas with Quinn Ewers.
Chip Kelly was at Ohio State with. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what you're arguing. I was arguing.
I got mixed up. I thought you were meant that Texas was the one running the pro style offense.
No.
All right, chat. Who's going to be better?
Here's the real argument between the two guys that are probably going to end up as DoorDash drivers. Who's going to be better, Will Howard or Dylan Gabriel?
Will Howard, the quality young prospect.
I think they are both in Desmond Ridder territory.
Yeah, they could be. Is Ridder as fast as Howard though? At least Howard's got rushing upside. Right?
I mean, his DoorDash time might be as fast as his, but like on the field, he's not.
DoorDash. You know I can't get DoorDash out here, right, Tyler?
No, they ain't bringing it to you.
Yeah.
There ain't no way they're bringing DoorDash to you all the way out there. They're going to see the line on the screen, and it's going to lead them into the woods, and they're going to be like, why would I ever take it?
I got that. Jackson Dart, huh? That's aggressive.
Our guy Steve's next up on the board. Let's see what he takes. Am I missing something, or is Tank Dell actually going to play this year?
I don't think he is. If he is, he's not going to be. Yeah,
it just feels like he's slowly climbing these boards. Like he went from being undrafted to
getting drafted. His ACL in like week 16, right?
He took Daniel Jones pretty early. We got to hurry up and scroll back up. We either got to go. Oh, we're going to Fannin. We're getting a rookie.
All right. Thank God we finally get some rookie love.
Easy decision there. And then just 2 running backs from here.
Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, because we only have 5 running backs. We need bodies back there.
Yeah, we do. And we didn't get enough rookies, that's for sure. We only had Dylan Sampson. How bright our future would be. I don't see Hill playing.
I think he got auto-corrected. He meant to put Dell.
Yeah. Where's Kyle Brady on your tight end list, Tyler?
I'll be completely honest, Fred. I don't even know who that is.
What team is he on? I don't know.
My tight end list ends at the Texas kid.
No, because you were talking about your Penn State tight ends.
Oh.
That's why he was bringing that up.
Well, seeing as though I don't even know his name, the dude must stink.
Spunky, do you remember what round he was drafted in? He was like, what, a third round player, maybe?
I thought he was in this draft. That's why I was like, I don't even know who that is.
No. Oh, wow, this is old.
Bro, I wasn't even born yet.
Bro, I was at Arizona State that year hanging out with Jake Plummer. What you know about that, Spunky?
Did Jesse James just get drafted? No, Jordan James?
Kyle Brady was the first round pick. All right.
All right, scroll
I was
back
at
up.
Arizona State then, Steve. I don't remember a lot of time.
All right,
of that
spread.
time.
Which old guy, Nick Chubb or Raheem Mostert?
Mostert. Raiders.
Then we got one more pick.
I'll just take Jatavion Sanders so we have a little bit of correlation with Bryce.
We have Coker.
We can just get a little bit more.
If you want.
Who would be the running back that we would pass up on if we did that? Khalil McLaughlin's on the board.
No. We're not doing this.
Yeah, bro. There's no good running backs left. Let's take Sanders. I would even take Miles Sanders ahead of
No.
Andre Miller. Boy, I remember.
I wouldn't take Miles Sanders. He went to a high school like 30 minutes from me.
Really? Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Hold Najee's
He was
water
a
bottle for us?
workhorse in college. That shit pissed me off. Cam Akers. Zach Moss is this low?
We could draft Vidal and he could just hold Najee's water bottle for us.
Yeah, we got that nice.
Oh, love this comment. Love this comment right here. Loveland goes to Denver. He jumps Warren and ADP instantly. Jatavion Sanders just went, so.
Those jerks. Oh, Steve did that.
No, it's Steve's on the board. It's not Steve.
All right, what are we going to do then? Keep scrolling. Let's just pick a random running back. Zach Moss. Keep scrolling. Let's just dumpster dive.
Keandre Miller?
Kendrick Miller? Sure.
I mean, back up to Kamara. If Kamara gets hurt, they really don't have anything else in the Saints. Felix knows.
What's up? What's up, Felix? Good to see you.
I felt safe to draft him this time. I didn't feel like my team was going to get attacked after that.
Yeah, I know. After last time, and the SWAT team showed up out here. All right, let's check the board and go everybody's teams.
Yeah, let's do that. Where you want to start at? We'll start with Spunky.
Yep, Spunky, Bijan, Levitt, Josh Allen. Is that too high or no?
No, I don't think so.
For Josh Allen? Okay. Really? You want Josh before Lamar?
I don't hate it.
Interesting. All right.
Just those two. Like, if they were switch swapped, like, it wouldn't, like, blow your mind, would it?
Well, Lamar scored a lot more points last year.
Yeah, but Josh was also very low scoring for what his offense has looked like.
Good point. All right, Scary Terry. I mean, can't argue with that. Devontae Smith. I mean, how many shares of him do we have? Can't argue with that. Rome at pick 5 or round 5.
He might have two of the best.
That's actually a good pick.
He might have two of the best 3 to 4 wide receiver twos in the league right there.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith's probably 1 or 2, and Rome's just going to do more work without Keenan Allen there.
Yeah, I think he's going to look. And I think he developed as the year went on.
Yep.
His last couple of weeks of the year, he was really good. So I think that new offensive coordinator, better offensive line, probably going to be more in the positions that are fit to him as the number 2, not number 3. Judkins, you know how much I like him. Shakir to go with Josh Allen. This was the guy that you wanted, right, Tyler?
Caleb Johnson, the Iowa running back. He's pretty good.
Burden, we could have got, Burden. Yeah, all right. Well, we wouldn't have got Burden on the way back then if we didn't grab Ibuka, so I just wanted that to be known, Tyler.
How do you know that?
Because Burden got picked before our next pick.
Well, look at the way this board plays out. Like if we would have picked Johnson right here, this guy would have probably still picked Cup. We don't know what would have happened here, but if he goes running back again, that moves Pollard back. Like the next wide receiver was Downs, and that would still leave Abuka on the board. Abuka would have probably went right here.
I want Burden so much more than Downs. You got to be kidding me! What a great pick. Ingram and Kincaid. I love that's a great tight end duo. Keep scrolling down a little bit. Stafford, yeah, I can't completely barricade on.
Love the doodle pick.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's better. As people argue, I think he's
if Rico Dowdle was still on the board, I would have drafted Rico over Ray Davis.
I would have too. All right. Scroll all the way down. I mean, it's hard to critique the last round pick.
Yeah, I'm about to say the last round, they're just putting everything together. Small correlation with Stafford.
Yeah.
Couple
Isaiah
more rookies. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let's go to Steve right behind us.
So we're going with a 3-6-8-3 build.
Mm-hmm.
2 running backs right off the bat, and Genti and McCaffrey.
Two running backs that we're fading, so maybe we have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, we might just be in the blind right here, and he's just on a whole nother brainwave.
He's either going to win the pot or be in 12.
One of us is playing chess, and the other one's playing checkers, and I'm really not sure who's playing what.
Yeah, all right. So aggressive start, but high upside.
Devontae Adams, don't hate that pick. Jaden Daniels, of course, could be an MVP candidate again. Yeah. Might see slight regression in year 2.
Hunter was the reach a bit, but he's been flying up the board, and he wanted him.
Yeah,
to go
Hunter, Jennings, Dave.
So,
go ahead, Spread. You know you want to talk about it.
No, I think Jennings is a good pick.
No, look who he picked at pick 90.
Yeah, because he's smart.
He picked them before we could even get to him, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't leave him on the board for us because our team was already stacked. If we had Tyler Warren, they would have just shut down the pot and sent us some money.
Yeah. If that's the case, then why are we getting paid for the other, 13 teams we drafted he's on?
Are you sure? I think they sent it already. He took Justin Fields. Darnell Mooney's always a good pick it that way. Rashad White, we probably should have taken him. That was our biggest mistake, wouldn't you agree?
That mistake right there is the one right there.
Yeah, that was our biggest mistake. Adam Thielen. Well, even Steve makes mistakes, so it's nice to know that we're not the only ones who made mistakes. Dylan Sampson and Devin Neal swinging for the fences there. Jalen Noel, Dylan Martinez, Beck.
You get 5 rookies right in a row.
Or Beach, Daniel Jones.
No more rookies, Mason Taylor and Elijah Arroyo, 2 tight ends.
No Tyler Warrens, but they're going to be good. All right, let's head over to pick 12. We talked about him a little. I love the Hampton-Henderson duo. Don't you?
That's a nice duo. Debo.
I like how he did it too. So you get veteran wide receivers, Rice, Hampton, then you follow it up with a Henderson Debo.
I mean, just look at the target share these 3 wide receivers are going to hold.
Yeah, I mean, the only worry about Rice is that he doesn't play or that he.
The worry is he's just not the same
suspended.
Player. They've already talked about that's going away. If he's going to see targets like this,
so wait, he just runs over people and doesn't ever get suspended.
I mean, they kind of just not got rid of it, but it's kind of just flew under the radar. I don't think he's getting suspended. So great target.
And if he's not suspended, then he's great because I don't think he's going to lose that much off an ACL. Not the way these guys recover these.
Not even just that. Worthy's not a target hog, and neither's Hollywood Brown. So he's still going to get all these.
And Hollywood Brown's not going to make it through 3 weeks.
Yeah. So Rice is still getting all the underneath, and Worthy's going to be the deep ball guy.
All right. I should save some food for later.
Debo, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, Herbert to go with McConkey, Jordan Mason to get the Aaron Jones backup, which I don't hate because I wouldn't be surprised if halfway through the year Jordan Mason's the running back running that backfield and Jones is on the bench.
And has Aaron Jones ever played more than 10 games?
And they're both injury prone, so I wouldn't be surprised if one takes over the backfield for a few weeks, gets hurt, the other one takes over the backfield for a few weeks while the other one gets healthy. Yeah. That one gets hurt. So you would just
his little bit of he kind of did a little bit of a what's it called there? Gamble.
Yeah.
Leaving JJ on the board, but he got it done. We already talked about liking the Penix and McCarthy duo.
Trey Harris, solid rookie wide receiver out of Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
RJ Harvey.
I think Strange is a great pick in round 15.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. He's a good, solid tight
I
end.
think he's going to be pretty good.
He's going to be their tight end one.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown, Demario Douglas.
But think about this. Would this trade surprise you at any, would this trade wow you or surprise you on Thursday? Bears trade from 10 to 5 and give up, say, third-round pick on top of that. Jags move from 5 back to 10. Bears draft Genty. Jags draft Tyler Warren at 10.
I wouldn't do that if it was the Bears, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I mean, it makes sense in my head. Like, the Bears have not the embarrassment of riches, but they kind of filled all their holes except for running back.
They got to really plug up that defense, though, so I wouldn't give up the third-round pick.
Solid.
You think so?
Yeah, they already got Montez Sweat on the edge. They have probably one of the best secondaries in the league.
Okay.
They have a decent linebacker core. It's not the best, but when you have a unit on your defense that's just elite, like they do with their secondary, the other units don't have to be super, super good. So I think their defense is already set.
All right. So Tyler likes it. Okay. Anything else we got to say before we get out of here?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
So next week, Tyler, it'll be the season-long drafts, right?
Are they going to be out by then, or are we going to have to wait a week or two? I didn't know how fast they came out.
On Underdog, they will. I don't know if they will be on here.
Okay, so we might be jumping back over for a few weeks.
All right. Let's see. Steve says, I typically don't start 2 running backs, but I wanted to mix it up. Thielen is one of my highest owned wide receivers, way too late for what he's done. Yeah, it was a good draft. Good drafting with you too as well, Steve. Tyler, I know you don't, but I like our team.
I mean, the more I think we did a great job. Like the more I look at it, I like it. We just had to we had to entertain the show spread.
I think we got to pat ourselves on the back. I think the best part was the Baker pick while I'm trying to parlay Genty over 6.5, Sanders under 8.5, which you can't do on Bet Online, guys. So you know.
We had to entertain the show, so we gave him a little entertainment saying the team was bad, and we rallied back.
Okay, well, we're going to do a show next Tuesday no matter what. The question is, are we going to do a DraftKings draft, or are we going to head over to Underdog for a week, or, but we will be on here. We will be drafting. The channel is fanspeak.com. No, the channel is Fanspeak on YouTube. The website is fanspeak.com, and we have more content coming out this week. Of course, the NFL draft will take center stage, so there will be no drafts going on during the draft, right, Tyler? So all the drafts shut down Thursday through Sunday, right?
Yeah, they're all going to shut down through Sunday.
Yeah, so I don't know how that affects. Oh, do you want to push it back to Wednesday, Tyler?
We can do that
next week. All right, we'll talk to Meg and Steve. But right now, guys, thank you, Felix, for the news. See, that's good. I'm glad that Felix doesn't hate us forever just because of that one draft. What was the other thing I was going to say? I think that was it. So we'll do next Wednesday. Oh, Steve, real quick, if you want to put in the chat, I'm not aware. When are you guys doing the rest of your content this week? Did you guys just skip? Are we taking Thursday and Friday off here on the Fanspeak YouTube? Tyler, give your final thoughts. Hopefully Steve will have time to
final thoughts. I mean, these early season drafts have been fun. Now we're going to see where all the rookies fall and see where their ADPs start to move. I can't wait to watch Tyler Warren fall in a bad spot so I can tell Fred we're done drafting him for the rest of the summer.
All right, so the sibling showdown will be tomorrow night, and then Thursday and Friday will be dark on Fanspeak. So the first Fanspeak show after the NFL draft will be Justin and Andrew on Monday night. Am I right, Steve? We don't have anything coming out on the weekend, right? Okay. Friday night will be a draft recap, but you'll be doing that on while the draft is going on, or you're going to go on late after round 2 and 3? Okay. So there's a draft tomorrow night, Friday night draft recap. Justin and Andrew do a draft recap on Monday. We'll be back next Wednesday to do a DraftKings draft on the, what is it called on here? Best Ball Millionaire?
I believe so. I'd have to look.
DK million, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to be going as the draft is going on. Okay, but that there will not be any drafting of best ball teams at that point, guys. It's just going to be all talk. Steve, I'll see if I can be in the chat for that one. I'm not sure. Usually I only follow the draft on Twitter, but if you guys are breaking down the draft, I might have to change some things. Plus, I don't think the games are that good on Friday night. All right. That's it for us. We will be back next Wednesday, and we're going to know where these players are. How pissed are you guys going to be when Ashton Genty is not drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders, like I've been telling you all?
What's the worst place Warren can fall in my head?
The Jets.
You're probably right.
I'm right.